Coming up, a story about the National Merit Semifinalists and what it takes to be one. Plus, Central Junior High adds a section to student schedule called Primetime. And later, a story from HAR-BER High School about homecoming proposals. You're watching Springdale Today.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Springdale Today. I'm Paola Mata. Today is October 15th, 2014. Springdale Schools is always very proud about their accomplishments that their students achieve. But when a student earns the title of the National Merit Semifinalist, that is the top highest honor. Our top story is about the National Merit Semifinalist and what it is to be one. Take a look.
My name is Madeline McWhorter, and this year I was chosen to be a National Merit Scholar.
My name is Hignite, and I've been chosen as a National Merit Scholar semifinalist.
And what this means is that last year juniors had the opportunity to take the PSAT, which is kind of like an SAT test, and those who scored high enough and were able to become National Merit Scholar semifinalists.
There's 131 applicants from Arkansas who made pretty good scores. So about 70 of those are going to get to be finalists, and then even a less number of those people are going to actually get to be National Merit Scholars.
It's opened a lot of doors for me, and hopefully it'll help me get scholarships and be able to do well in college.
Madeline is very deserving of this award. She's in my first hour AP Psychology class, and she is very driven. She's very communicative in class. She asks questions, she participates when we have work in groups.
I feel pretty good about it. I mean, I've been working for a while to get to be recognized for something like this, and it feels good that all the hard work's starting to pay off.
He has a good attitude, and he always he always contributes to our discussion in good ways with relevant material and ideas.
There's a lot of school stuff you can do. The PSAT boot camps, those are really, really beneficial.
When you're a junior, I would definitely look into taking the PSAT prep class if it's offered, or just buying one of the books and studying and just preparing yourself for the test and the style of test. And then in October, you can take the test and just do your best.
Read a lot. The PSAT and the SAT are all about the words you know, and one section's about math, but almost everybody in the school can do that math. It's really about being able to comprehend questions that they ask you. So it's really work hard, study a lot, and you'll have a shot at this.
Once again, we would like to congratulate all students in the Springdale School District for achieving this major accomplishment. Up next, we have an exciting segment in Why Springdale focusing on Primetime, a fun and educational addition to the daily schedules of the students at Central Junior High.
Why Springdale?
At Central Junior High School, kids have been given an opportunity to pursue their career interest in a new program called Primetime.
Primetime is an exciting new program we have here at Central. The vision behind Primetime is to try to carve out time during the school day where kids have ownership of their learning.
Add to that slide using only the straw.
Primetime helps kids learn problem-solving skills.
Specifically structural design, where they're designing a bridge that has to span a certain distance that holds a certain amount of weight, and so they're working together in groups to try to figure out a way to solve that problem.
According to Principal Paul Greep, students use Primetime to get caught up in their classes.
If they're needing help in certain areas with certain skills, Primetime is designed for them. Other students just simply need more time to complete projects or to complete homework. So again, Primetime's perfect.
Ms. Federchek, a graphic design teacher, is using Primetime to teach students the basic of graphic design. In this class, kids choose, download, and mix different fonts.
This will help the students improve their projects, step up the aesthetics on all of the stuff that they already do in school.
According to Mr. Greep, there are a large number of students who are already doing great in their classes and use Primetime for enrichment.
There's lots of different things that our teachers offer that will tickle our students' interests, and they can participate in those areas. So Primetime serves both students who need more enrichment or need enrichment and also interventions.
For Springdale District Television, I'm Michael Wright.
Primetime seems really cool. I honestly wish I had something like that when I was in school. Primetime is definitely a cool and new idea. And now it's time for news around the district. Students at the School of Innovation have had the opportunity to learn about careers they may be interested in upon graduation. The presenters included a Georgie's engineer, NASA engineer, and 4 University of Arkansas experimental farmer professors. And also, George Junior High celebrated their 10th year anniversary with Springdale High School Principal Pete Jinks, Superintendent Jim Rollins, and Mayor Doug Sprouse alongside Principal Don Hoover. Congratulations, George Junior High. Also, George Junior High Band Director Mike Eccles and his assistant Chris Moore received National Minority in their article in the School Band and Orchestra magazine. Seems like this year will be a good year for the Wranglers. At Springdale High School, new and exciting ideas are happening every day. A couple weeks ago, Springdale and HAR-BER had their annual Tomatina. Julia and Tia have the story. Let's take a look.
Every year at Springdale's Murphy Park, students from HAR-BER and SHS get together to participate in La Tomatina. What is the history of La Tomatina?
Tomatina is a Spanish fiesta festival that is celebrated in Buñol, Spain. It's on the East Coast. And it started in 1945. There was a parade, and a lot of the Spanish people were really frustrated with the dictator, Francisco Franco. Somebody knocked over one of the parade, giant head things that were walking into a vegetable stand, and the young people started throwing tomatoes at each other.
La Tomatina is an ongoing yearly event thanks to enthusiastic AP Spanish students, teachers, and the community.
Next year's our 10th anniversary, so we hope to have it bigger and better. Every year it just depends on the students that we have and how involved and how excited they are, and also what they learn about the Spanish history and how that plays into what we're learning in our class. So we hope it continues.
The tradition of La Tomatina has carried on in schools all across the United States. What does La Tomatina mean to you?
I think it's a festival of tomatoes. What I learned is a fight with tomatoes that the students learn in the English and Spanish class, and they do this in Spain.
Local taquerias and supermarkets donated fresh tomatoes to help keep this tradition alive.
How are you enjoying this?
It's really fun because it's good weather outside and we're just all like participating, and it's just really fun that we're all getting along and doing everything together.
Students use teamwork when climbing to the top of the soap poles.
What are you guys doing here?
We're here to assist the school with washing down some students after the large tomato fight they're having.
Do you guys do this every year, or is this your first time?
This is the first year I've done it. I believe another shift did it last year.
Join us next year at From Bulldog TV, this is Julissa Calderon.
Wow, that was a lot of tomatoes, and it honestly looks like a lot of fun. I think it was a good idea for Springdale and HAR-BER to come together for that amazing event. It's that time of the year again, where a guide thinks of new and innovative ways to ask that one simple question: will you go to homecoming with me? And Josh from HAR-BER High School talked to a bunch of HAR-BER students about their plans for homecoming. Take a look.
It's about that time of year when our creative minds come alive in asking someone to homecoming. Aside from the dance, another exciting part of the homecoming season is seeing our friends pour out their hearts in their proposals.
I got a sign and I wrote, "I'm dying to take you to homecoming, so be a lifesaver and say yes," with a bunch of lifesavers on the ground.
As far as the dance goes, many people plan to do the same thing on homecoming night.
We're going to take pictures at Jordan Meyer's house, and then we're going to go eat somewhere, and then we're going to get on the party bus, and then go to homecoming, and then we're going to go hang out somewhere afterwards.
However, not everybody is planning to attend.
I think we're going to go do the before stuff and the after stuff, but we're not actually going to go to the dance.
Some students believe that it is not a necessity to go to the dance for various reasons.
I mean, I think it's just totally your opinion. Don't let anybody tell you that you're missing out on anything, because it'll be okay if you don't go.
In fact, some people will choose to do the exact opposite of dancing on homecoming night.
I'd rather sit home and watch Netflix and eat popcorn.
Remember to be safe, be smart, and make the most out of your homecoming night. For HBWN, I'm Josh Uzelac.
Oh, that's so cute how all these girls get asked to homecoming. Too bad I don't have anybody to ask me. Coming up after the break, we have a fascinating story about how teachers are making a difference in the daily lives of their students.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
When I grow up, I want to be a music teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a counselor.
When I grow up, I want to be a future NBA player.
The Springdale Schools, dedicated to our students, dedicated to our community, and dedicated to excellence. The Springdale Schools, building future leaders.
Thank you.
It doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you.
Welcome back. And as we mentioned before, teachers are making a difference in impacting life of their students in a positive way, in and outside of school. Let's take a look.
Mr. Ibarra.
Mr. Lewis.
Miss Hendricks.
Miss Williamson.
Miss Graham. Allison Dolan.
Miss Mall. Miss Tisher.
Miss Burnett.
Mr. Winfrey.
Miss Bass.
Mr. Fink.
Miss Lynch.
Mr. Freeman.
Miss Ford. Coach Unger.
Miss Henderson.
You know, all of my teachers have impacted me greatly.
Actually, in 5th grade, we got to write letters to ourselves for when we graduated. And I actually, since we had graduation, my mom found it in one of our old scrapbooks, and I got to open it up. And Miss Hendricks had us write what we wanted to do. And I had actually dreamed back in 5th grade that I wanted to go to the U of A and I wanted to become a vet.
Mr. John Stewart, he was an awesome teacher. He was my AP US history teacher. And he helped me a lot, and he knew I had track, so he would give me extra help. And then Miss Lynch, Miss Henderson, they were all great teachers to me.
My definition of a great teacher is just having that great relationship. You can always have a teacher that can tell you what to do, when to do it, and how you do it, but if you don't have that relationship, how can you get it done? And then Ms. Dolan, she was always like my second mom to me ever since I was a sophomore. She was the student council advisor when I was first here at Springdale.
Miss Mall, she's always cares about education. She always tries to find new ways to teach other students and to reach out into the community and show, especially girls, you know, engineering isn't just for men. And so I'm always really grateful for her. She always motivates me. The other day she sent me a text message, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait for you to start college. You're gonna be great." And so just little things like that always mean so much.
One of my teachers, Miss Bass, we've done a lot of stuff together, like Islander Club, and also I've been to a lot of different field trips with her, and I've got to know her pretty good. And I take her like a second mom because she's helped me in a lot of ways inside and outside of the classroom.
My dream changed actually when I came here to HAR-BER. I was blessed enough to take 2 sciences as a sophomore, and I was introduced to the wonderful Mariana Henderson, and she taught me in AP biology, and she opened me up to so many, just the world of science, and I found out that I loved it, and she helped me in AP biology, and I took pre-AP chemistry that year as well, and I went on to take AP chemistry and then regular physics, and I also took the AP environmental tests, so I'm able to come into the U of A with so many hours of science, and I've just found that science is my way to go, and I'm going to go into biological engineering with a sustainability minor.
In kindergarten, I had, I don't really remember her name, I had some teachers, I think it was Miss Ibarra, actually, an ESL teacher. She helped me with my English, which was very instrumental for me. If I don't know English, then, how am I going to be able to, study? And so she was always very instrumental to me. I had a lot of people, Miss Ford at J.O. Kelly, she always, she's really all about her students, and she makes sure all her students get the best that they, what they deserve, and she always watches out for everybody. And then, of course, Mr. Winfrey, who coaches the Gear Hogs, that's a lot of work. And so, I'm always grateful to him, because if it wasn't for the Gear Hogs, I wouldn't also be a person who I am today.
Business management as part of my IB classes, and so Miss Williamson was very, she kind of shaped me towards that, and she's a great friend and great mentor to me.
Some of the activities I've done while I was in Springdale were student council, basketball, service learning. Those activities impacted me just because it inspired me to be a leader. I feel like my voice matters to everybody, and I just feel like once I was involved with all those activities, I could be that leader for everybody.
I went to engineering camp, and I threw the biggest fit ever because my parents made me go, but it was really life-changing, and it opened my mind up to a lot of different new ideas that I shouldn't just be thinking of one thing, of one possibility I could do with my life.
I'm interested in marketing and public relations. I first got involved with DECA in 9th grade, and I think that really opened me to different opportunities and what I was good at, and just my different skills that I could use in the real world.
Well, sports taught me like a lot of patience, and if I want something done, I can't quit what I'm doing. Got to keep going at it and stay determined.
I got to work really closely with our amazing leadership here at HAR-BER, Dr. Brackett and Ms. Tischer. They just helped me find out what it meant to be a leader and to serve people. They've opened me up to many speaking experiences that helped me when I went to the U of A, how I got to talk to my professors, and just being around the adults with authority helped me figure out how I'm supposed to interact with those kind of people.
All the AP courses I took were pushed me, and I had to work hard and stay on top of it, and I know that's how college will be, and being in track will definitely be a struggle because school, I'll always have to have time for that, and I'll have to balance it, and having a job also helped me learn how to balance school and track.
Our class sizes are very small, and so we built that kind of family relationship. All of us are friends, and so we all support each other, and we know what we're going through, and the teachers know you on a one-on-one basis.
Yes, Springdale, I feel like it's just one big family. No matter what happens, we're always together. Everybody knows each other. We're just one big family, and that's what I really love about Springdale.
I like having a close relationship with my teachers, coaches, so having a close relationship with my teachers helped me because, again, being in track, I was able to come in early or come in after school, and they were always willing to help me.
Like their attention, like students need to feel like they have the teacher's attention, and they have more than just that teacher-student bond. Take them as like a parent, like someone close to them, and that's when they'll start listening to them and working hard in the classroom.
But if someone tells you, I'm very proud of you, that means the world to them. I know that meant the world to me, especially, when I was in elementary.
The biggest thing for me was that passion to serve and be connected to the students, to know that they actually care and you're not just another face, and that you're not just another person on their roll sheet.
The interview for the Honors College, it was exactly what I've done in IB. We had a Socratic interview, and so there was about 6 of us, and we were sitting at a table, and you just answered questions and had a group discussion, and that was how they based whether or not you were a good fit for the college.
The thing I did in the high school, I met so many people at the University of Arkansas, and they all guided me through the path to get my full-ride scholarship. I met all these professors who know me and recommended me.
They always taught me to try anything, even if you think you're going to fail, and even if it's out of your comfort zone, to try and to try your best, because you never know where it's going to lead you.
With the AP classes and just having that relationship with teachers, they taught me the ways about college, what not to do, what to do, and I mean, I think I'll be okay. Springdale's taught me a lot.
For me, personally, Ms. Moore has impacted my life in an amazing way. I went through some struggles last year, and Ms. Moore was there to slap me on my wrist and help me straighten up my act. Have you heard of Springdale Stories yet? You can share your stories on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag Springdale Stories and tag the Springdale Schools account at Springdale Schools on both Twitter and Instagram. We will be producing videos of your stories and featuring them on the new Springdale Schools blog. Check out the blog at this address or by going to the Springdale Schools webpage. Coming up, after the break, we have a video about the Hispanic Women's Organization. But first, did you know that since 2009, HAR-BER TV Productions and Springdale District TV have won a combination of total 17 Pillars of Excellence? That is absolutely unbelievable. They have come a long way and put in a lot of work and time and creativity to earn all of these.
Maybe you should get this excited about your education.
Get excited about your education. Make twice as much money with a college degree. It's your future. Go to arworks.arkansas.gov and get to work, Arkansas.
What am I going to study?
What classes are going to help me reach my goals?
What are my interests, skills, and dreams?
Have you thought about your career goals? Have you asked yourself these questions? Answering these questions will help you decide what classes to take to reach your career goals. Most jobs or careers require additional school and training. So talk with your parents, set an appointment with a counselor, and get to work, Arkansas.
Welcome back. A few weeks ago, the Hispanic Women's Organization of Arkansas held a meeting at the Jones Center. Manny Salinas was there to film the highlights of the event. Check it out.
It's a wonderful thing to be able to expand the network of Hispanic women.
The Hispanic Women's Organization of Arkansas is a really great organization in Northwest Arkansas that works with Hispanic families and provides them with a lot of really great services. And this is their annual conference, and so we're here having a series of panels, having dialogues about the recent influx of the immigrant population here. We just had a panel called Winds of Change, which is talking about the importance of the cultural, economical, and civic, social integration of immigrants into Northwest Arkansas.
The Hispanic Women's Organization is an organization that's focused on advancing Hispanic women, or educational opportunities for Hispanic women and children and families, as well as teach them and encourage them to celebrate their culture and become active participants of the community.
That doesn't mean that we only provide services for women. It's a organization that serves the community. Our mission is to advance educational opportunities for Hispanic women and their families, celebrate and teach others about our cultures, and be active participants in the community.
The people who are involved in it are mostly volunteers. There is a core group with Margarita Solorzano being the lead of the group. She has a group around her.
It's a hands-on committed board. The staff is great. Margarita really brings a passion to it and the commitment, but the whole team the team effort's what makes it work.
We're here today to support the Hispanic Women's Organization of Arkansas, which is a wonderful organization that does a lot for the community. It actually benefits the entire community. And at Tyson Foods, one of the things that makes us a great company is our diversity. We're very proud of that. And so it's a pleasure today to be here to support Margarita and the Hispanic Women's Organization.
we have to understand what the future looks like and work towards solutions to issues that we identify as being problematic. Our attempt is to maximize the future.
This is a wonderful opportunity for all Hispanic women, and this is an event that will allow them to also network and to meet more Hispanic women. So I think it should be very impactful.
This week, we don't have a pick of the day, but if you'd like to be our pick of the day, tweet us something interesting or email us at communications@sdel.org. If you'd like to see more exciting videos that didn't quite make it into the show, hop on over to our YouTube channel. You may have heard of us, referred to it as One Stop Shop for All Springdale, and we aren't kidding. On our channel, we have videos of the choir band performances if anything around any school had been caught on video. There is a good chance it's on Springdale School's YouTube channel. Well, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a fascinating week. We will see you next week.